innovative content, global audience.
Hello, can you hear us from here? Good afternoon, Mr. Ben. Can you hear us from here?
Yes, sir, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Please
Thank
go
you, sir.
ahead to introduce yourself and state your manifesto for us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sirs. My name is Ishaya Benjamin Wang. I'm an indigene of Plateau State. I'm from Just Not local government, to be precise. And I had my higher national diploma in physics with electronics from Plateau State Polytechnic, Birkin Ladi. And I, before I proceed further, I would like to give a little brief background about my political background. I was president Plateau State, where I work in with different men at different capacity and we achieve goals. I was also part of the ELCOM in my school who conducted and the recent presidential and governorship election, I was class captain elect of the presiding officer. Just to mention a few, all this little experience gave me the call to believe in which I possess. Because I find myself in a place, in a group of place, I always try to like make sure everything is going on properly. There are several occasions that I try to shy away when leadership is called to me, but I discover I'm always being told that you possess a leadership skills. So without further ado, I would like to give my 7 political agenda. If I happen to become the governor, I have 7-point agenda. First, I would like to mention the first one as planting. Hello, are you hearing me, sir?
Please go on. We're here with you. Go on. We can hear you.
Okay, we have planting, we have secondly, we have production, thirdly, we have prevention, fourth, we have partnership, number 5, we have politicking, number 6, we have poverty eradication, and finally, number 7 is political power. I will go in by explaining all of them briefly as I can. You believe with me that planting is as old as mankind because it was the first work that the Creator gave to man to cultivate the land. And it is for this reason, if I happen to be the governor, I'll try to let the youth know the importance of agriculture. It's not only always about doing a white collar job. After finished school, it's every child's dream to work in the bank, work in political sector, work in the various arms. If I happen to be the governor, I'll try to educate them that are surviving, that are doing well than Nigeria. And if you check it, they are involved richly in agriculture. And which will lead me to the second one, production. If you finally harvest the crops, how do you produce them in large scales? How do you store them from damaging? My my if I happen to be the governor, my people will try to see how we educate the people on the proper analysis of agriculture. We educate youth that have international entrepreneurship skills on the importance of producing it on large scale. Then thirdly, we have partnership. You agree with me? There are a lot of people, youths involved in business, but the issue that they always have is partnership, not enough capitals. So I will liaise with microfinance bank to give loans to youth with credible uh, entrepreneurial skills. Then I will also partner with foreign body to provide medical treatment. Then number four is prevention. And under the prevention, we have what I call, the first one is preventing environmental pollution. These days, a lot of the environment is being polluted because dumps are being thrown in refuse bins. If I happen to be the governor, I'll try in as much as possible to uh, create refuse place where dumps can be put in to avoid flooding. And also have um, treatment. Will provide the best of treatment because they say well health is wealth. Any a country that suffers from health uh, will not be wealthy. So my team will make sure we provide the best medical facility. Then the fifth one is politicking. Politicking is engaging youth in political power, in political activities. And how do they excel in this political power? Is by mentoring them. It's common. Even in menial job, you will discover that there is an apprenticeship and there is the mentorship. So if I happen to be the governor, I will ensure that the youth are being mentored in the right channels by people who are known to be credible in the environment. Number six is the political power. After we have trained a youth, after he's been qualified, what then will happen to him? You discover that a lot of people who have dreams are being crushed. This is because they they don't have the right, they are not in the right party, or they don't have the right number of people. Permit me to say, a pastor once said that if you want to be successful, you have to work with people, and if you want to be fail in life, you still have is people that will still make you to fail. So having the right people would give them the right channel. Then the last one is poverty eradication. I can't completely eradicate poverty, but if I happen to be the governor, we will try by going through the grassroots level from the community. I'll make sure my team give a report of what is happening from the community, from the local government to the state. And I will try in as much as possible as a governor to be supervising because a lot of the issues we're having is the inability of the governor to know what is happening in the community. He gives a contract, and the person in charge will just do a quarter of the contract and is left done. So, in summary, good medical facilities, good roads, education, water, electricity, and agriculture are not just agenda, but they are necessity. So, if anyone come and say he will provide all these things, they are things that ordinary is supposed to do. So, apart from providing all these things, we will ensure that we work hand in hand. My party is going to be a democratic party whereby no one is superior to the other. We work hand in hand. I will even form, if possible, I will form a channel whereby if anybody is wrong, irrespective of your position, you can be called, you can be called to action. And in conclusion, my government will protect the rights of the young ones who are violated and abused on daily basis. There are a lot of the voiceless. There are those who can report issues, who certain teams that were able to look out for a lot of abuses. And finally, I believe with God on our side, we'll make all this a reality. Thank you so much. Once again, Comrade Ishaya Benjamin Wang, and I'm contesting for the position of the governor in the next Governor Reality TV show. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. or Comrade Ishaya Benjamin from Jos North. Thank you for presenting a wonderful manifesto, but I'm so surprised that you did not include there are insecurity in Plateau State, which we are definitely aware, and either communal clash or either I don't know, but I stay in Plateau State, so I realize that there are insecurity in Plateau State, and I'm surprised you didn't put it in as part of your manifestos. How do you intend tackling the insecurity happening in Plateau State if given the mandate to do that?
Okay, okay, sir. Maybe I said it, but maybe I didn't pay much attention to it. Is number third on my agenda, I call it prevention. If I happen to be the governor, will prevent. I'm a full bona fide citizen of Plateau State. The issue we are always having is this ethnicity. There's always ethnicity. If it's not ethnicity, it's going to be religion. So if I happen to be the governor, I'll try to let the people know that it is not only about who is your tribesman, but credible person. I'll go in further by, if possible, if I have somebody who is my tribe and is contesting for a position, I'll go in and choose another person irrespective of his tribe. So far he's being so far he's credible. And also in terms of the religion, I will let the people know that you have to respect the religion. I'm grateful because I serve here in Gombe State. There are a handful of Christian and there are more of Muslims here. But you will discover that when it's time for the Muslim to pray, the Christians respect them and they do same. You understand? But in Plateau, I think maybe because they are more of it's more of tribes people, they are less Muslim. So that's why we're always having this crisis. But if they can employ the way the Gombe states here respecting each other's religion, then we wouldn't have issue. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. You already talked about planting, production, prevention, partnership, politicking, and poverty eradication. However, I am here to see your fiscal policy. What are your plans financially to run Plateau State? Of course, we know that finance is a very critical aspect of governance because without money, whatever you've outlined to do as a governor, you might not be able to accomplish that, possibly with a limited budget and if the budget is not well funded. So I want to hear from you firsthand. How do you plan on shoring up money to work on these seven P's of yours?
Okay. Uh That's what we call tax. We understand tax is very important. Tax is important since the days of the old. That's why the Christian believe in Jesus Christ, and there was a time that Jesus Christ had to take a coin, had to tell Peter to take a coin from the mouth of a fish. That's because he respects tax. So my team would take tax, and apart from taking tax, we will make sure that there is a recyclement. Just is known for entertainment. Just is known for entertainment and tourism. We'll create tourist center that can generate income. Once we understand that a lot of these musicians coming from Nigeria, you will discover they had one or two things involved in Plateau State because Plateau State is a competitive way that provides entertainment. So my team, apart from getting the tax, will provide recreational centers. You'll be surprised that a lot of the white men have the money they get from tourists is so much that we can't begin to talk about. So we'll get from the tourists and from tax, and also as a governor, I willfully love to donate because they say leadership is by example. It is said that I think the Brazilian governor has only like two or three cars. I wouldn't be like those other governors who accumulate. But sharing, when you empower a people, you empower a generation. And when you empower a generation, you are gradually eradicating poverty. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. You draw my attention because it is certain that it has been said that Plateau State is the home of peace and tourism. But recently we realized that Plateau State being the home of peace and tourists, I can't see anything that has to do with tourists in Plateau State. If given the mandate as the governor of Plateau State, how do you intend improving that? And concerning your agriculture, Plateau State have a wonderful farming system in Plateau State, and maybe I don't know how you intend partnering with the state governors of your state to see how you can improve in your agriculture. Like I said, number one, tourists. How do you intend improving in your tourism? And number two, how do you intend to liaise with the other state governors, if given the mandate, to see how you can work hand in hand to improve on your agriculture. Number three, this will be my last question for you today. The educational system in Plateau State, as in public school, has been very, very, very poor. How do you intend? All the question I'm asking you is based on improvement. How do you intend to improve your tourists? How do you intend to improve on your what did I call it? Your
Agriculture.
the agriculture, to work hand in hand with the other state governors. And number three, how do you intend to improve on the public sector of your education?
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for these questions. Talking about tourists, if I happen to be the governor, when I was much younger, we do always look forward to Christmas to go to the tourist center where we see lions and elephants. You understand? But what really killed this thing is different government coming in, lack of maintenance. You believe with me that if you have a car and you refuse to maintain it, irrespective of how beautiful the car is, it will one day break down. And you also believe with me that maintaining maintenance is so important that sometimes a thing must not be faulty before you maintain it. So we will try in as much as possible to make sure a levy is being paid. Like if you want to go to the museum, you want to go to the wildlife park, you pay a levy so that income. A lot of the reasons why tourist center go down is because of lack of income. The last time I visited the Jos Wildlife Park, I was just so sad. You see the lion looking so lean. It was not looking so tiny. It was so hungry. Same thing. You see crocodiles are just, you understand. So we try to update. Even as simple as funds application are, they need to be updated to be able to effectively run properly. So tourist center will be given attention. If it's possible, I, the governor, or will appoint somebody I trust who will go in to be giving updates, maybe in terms of picture. Then, secondly, going to agriculture. If you go to Bokos, they are good in planting potatoes. If you go to Birkin, but the problem they're always having is the transportation. So I thought of this earlier this afternoon. I said it wouldn't be a bad thing if the government can provide like a big transporting system to convey agricultural products to neighboring states.
Okay, I think we have
Bec-
another person here. Sorry to cut you. I think let me add the person so people can. Okay, we have bots. Nyam Chuang, something like that. Please can you introduce yourself? And we have Abel Patricia Shaibu. So
Okay.
you all should introduce yourself. Please
Let's move to. Can we conclude on Mr. Ben still there?
yeah, please I just want to tell them what to do so he can continue.
Okay.
Okay, sorry,
Ben, we are
Patricia.
giving him 2 minutes.
Please can you help me pull your phone on rotate so you put it on landscape? Same with
yes, I'm
uh this other guy, Chuang. Please put your phone on landscape. Put it on landscape. Put your phone on rotate mode. Put it on landscape. Please, it's on portrait. Okay, Ishala, please can you continue?
So Ben, you have 2 minutes to round up. Thank you.
o- okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So, like I was talking about, we know that just a good. I will provide a means of transport system so that the goods can be conveyed properly. And then finally, in terms of education, I actually believe that education in the plateau is really poor because having attend primary school in Jos, and when I went to Lagos State to further my education, I could see the labs. A lot of the reason why the teachers are not teaching them properly is because they are not being paid well. So I will make sure right from the local government sector, the teachers are being paid properly. My mother is a teacher, and she do complain to me how the inability of the government to pay them. So I believe if government could pay the teacher very well, they will put in their heart to teach well. And in conclusion, tourism is very important. Agriculture, without agriculture, we can't eat. And finally, education. If you don't educate the people, you are going to have problem. Thank you so much.
So thank you. We appreciate your presentations, and we wish you the best of luck. But before you leave, what is your voting score on the voting website? Do you have an idea of your voting score?
The last I check is 472.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
Okay, please people should just take a
Thank you,
look at
sir.
his own. He kept his phone. He's on landscape. You can see that he's on a full screen. Yours is on portrait, so that I can add you people to the screen.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're going with
I'm removing Benjamin now.
yeah, we're going with Patricia.
Yeah, she has done hers.
Okay, so is Patricia live with us now?
Yeah, but still on portrait though. Maybe people will just go like that.
Patricia, if you're hearing us, can you turn your phone around so you have it on a landscape mode, not on the
Hello?
portrait? So it's on landscape.
Hello? Just go.
Hello, Patricia, can you hear us? Can you add that? Okay, Patricia, can you hear us now?
Okay, sorry. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. If you're
Good
still on
afternoon,
portrait,
everyone.
good afternoon. Is it possible you could turn your phone so it's on landscape mode? You could do that.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. So sorry, I can't hear you because of my environment. I'm sorry about that. Please, can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Please, you have 10 minutes. Go on, introduce yourself, and
Okay, thank
please
you.
present your manifesto to us. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Patricia Abel, and I'm representing the Abuja State Governor for the SR TV show. I finished.
I think he's having issues with the network.
Can you switch to another?
Let Chuan introduce himself. I'll add her back when her network is cool.
Okay, please
Okay.
put you on.
He's there. He's there. Continue.
Wait, who?
Chuan.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Chuan. Can you hear us properly?
Good afternoon, sir. I can
Thank
hear
you very
very
much. It's a pleasure having you. Please go on. You have 10 minutes to introduce yourself and present your manifesto. But if you can, please turn your phone around so we'll have you on portrait on landscape. We're having you on portrait on the screen. So it will be very okay if you can turn your camera so it's on the flat mode, you understand? On the kind of landscape mode.
Check your phone. There's what they call rotate mode. Click that rotate mode. Pull landscape. I know that is why you've not been able to turn it. Let the phone be on rotate mode so that it can be on landscape.
I should turn it up.
No, just be talking. Be talking. Is there no rotate mode on your phone?
Rotate mode.
Yeah.
All right.
Check. So that
Okay, I should like this.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, thank you, sir. If you are still with us, like I said, you have 10 minutes. Please introduce yourself and present your manifesto. Thank you.
I am Bob Piam Chuan. I'm representing Plateau State Governor, vying for the seat of. Here with me, I have some 5-point agenda challenges of Plateau State, which we observed that needed to be tackled. One of it is the youth, women, and people living with disability. Then we also have another one is to improve the educational system in the state, improving the agricultural system in the state. We also have to harness or tackle the issue of security in our state. And the last 5 point is improve transport system and infrastructure in creating the job and empowering the youth, women, and people living with disability. If I'm elected, I'm going to deliberate a policy of engagement, employment, and empowerment. That is EEE, setting aside about 10% of state IGR as vulnerable groups, survival funds as revolving fund to support growth-oriented indigenous enterprise and set up by the youth, women, and people living with disability in industry, trade, art, and tourism. My focus is to ensure that the youth and the women and also people living with disability are also carried along or creating job opportunities that they will be part and parcel of engagement in the activities or also contributing their own best in the development of the state. So source of funding opportunities can be from banks of industries, banks of agriculture, Central Bank of Nigeria, and also other financial agencies to provide facilities. Then we also have an education. My government will declare a free education because we notice that one of the problems that we have in Plateau State is that some does not have the ability and the capability of raising funds to educate their children and also educate themselves, especially the youth. So therefore, especially the younger ones and people with disability, at the primary level and also the secondary level is going to be a free education. And at the tertiary institutions, my government will ensure that we reduce some minimum amount of fee that will be paid as school fees in the tertiary institution. There will be a comprehensive need assessment to report gaps and critical deficits that will help in developing the state strategic plan for education. We are going to grant aiding of selecting based secondary schools like the missionary schools and people living with abilities to improve quality and access the education in the state. We are going to resuscitate of the government technical colleges across the state. We realize that in educational system, our technical colleges has been abandoned. They are not really recognized, they are not really improved. But we in our government, I'm going to improve on this, which is going to contribute about 10% of the market GDP. We are going to pay all counterpart fund to enable the state access fund to support development, education, infrastructure, and training of teachers. Also, for us to also ensure or improve the educational system, we must construct a conducive learning environment that will an equipment of primary, secondary, and also the state-owned higher institution to improve on supervision, monitoring, and evaluation of both public and private schools. Agriculture. I also want to improve on the issue of agriculture, knowing well that Plateau State is a best agricultural practice. So in my government, Plateau Agricultural Development, which is an agency in the Plateau, and also ASTC, that is Agricultural Services and Training Center Limited, will also be empowered or resuscitate with a new mandate to support extension services to farmers. I will create market and commercialization for agriculture. We are going to provide a clearing edge movement, equipment, and machineries to these agencies to open up farmlands across the state. We will target in increasing the production of valuable crops such as potato, maize, rice, avocado, and assorted vegetables. Because in the plateau, these are the major crops that is fast growing in the plateau, which is we normally use it for the import it to various states and also to some other countries. So we are going to organize farmers cooperative based on crop categories. We support the cooperative to assess manage tractors and machineries, harvesters, farm machineries, access loan in the developing the entire value changes. We are also going to upgrade a crop laboratories in suitable locations across the state with private sector consortium. We are going to produce high yielding seeds for farmers, give subsidy to farmers on the improved and seedlings. We are going to develop or construct of dams and other sources that we can be able to generate water for irrigation and agricultural purposes. So another thing that we are going to use to ensure agriculture is that we are going to make sure that we use satellite mapping GIS that will detect a seasonal problems regarding nutrient deficiencies, pest, disease, and tracing destruction of crops by any cattle or across the state. We are creating an agricultural produce commodity exchange market, agricultural insurance services, and off-taker services for farmers. And this is going to target is providing
To round up.
providing regulatory incentives.
You just speak it up.
We have we have the security. We notice that in some villages and also the capital state at large, we have issues of problem with security. So by the special grace of God, my government is going to equip and strengthening the agencies of security like the Operation Rainbow, the Nigerian Hunters and Forestry Security Service, also the Nigerian Vigilante, also known as community policing. We are going to equip them with machineries to harness or to fight or combat against insecurity in the plateau and also in our community that has been ravaging by the kidnappers and also the banditry activities going on. So how to be able to get those things across and also perpetrate those involved in such acts is that we are going to develop a GIS in the fight against security using long-range thermal cameras, GIS map, geotagging communities, providing of night vision system and drones, development of security management system that will gather intelligence on this community. So all these agencies we are going to make use of them. The last one is we want to improve on transportation system and infrastructure. We notice that with the subsidy removal, our people and citizens are going through a lot of challenges in terms of transportation, which has also affected the commodity in so many aspects. For that reason, we are going to see how we can be able to improve or introduce gasoline vehicles and also electric cars in the state or across all over the local government, 17 local government we have in Plateau State. So for that reason, it's going to harness the issue of subsidy removal. It's going to also harness the issue of hardship that is being incurred as a result of people going to the market, buying commodities and also buying other things that a lot of commodities are going high because of transport system. For that reason, we are going to ensure that transportation using of gasoline and also electric cars are being made. And we are going to establish gasoline filling station and also electric charging point, charging point for the electric cars across the road network within the Plateau State. And it's going to be at the interval of 45 kilometers, so that by all means we have close positions where we can be able to refill our gas vehicles and also charge our electric cars. In conclusion, okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Botman Chuang. I must confess you have a very wonderful manifesto, but I want to ask you questions because I also stay in Plateau State. I want to know what will be the role of the traditional rulers and also the religious leaders in issue of tackling insecurity in Plateau State, because you didn't mention that. I want to know what will your government, or if given the mandate as the governor, what you intend, how do you intend carrying the traditional rulers, You gave a wonderful manifesto, but I know without fund you cannot achieve this. If given that mandate as the governor, how do you intend raising or sourcing fund to make sure that this wonderful manifesto you've presented to us will be achieved?
Okay, the traditional rulers will be fully involved in tackling the security aspect because at their level of the communities, they'll also be part of parcel of giving information, and we shall also join them with some security agencies. That is why I mentioned the vigilante group, the hunters, and also the Operation Rainbow. Now, funding in the aspect that the government, in my government, we are going to source for fund to ensure that we have, as I mentioned earlier, that we are going to create uh, GIS cameras and drones that will be moving within the community, and it has to do with fund, I say, but the government will source for fund. As I mentioned earlier, that we are going to get some funds, source for funds or intervention from different organizations like the Bank of Industries, uh, agricultural banks, and other financial agencies. We are going to work hand in hand in order to raise funds to achieve the set to ensure that we tackle the security. The security agencies will also be paid, will also be taken care of. Their welfare will also be put into consideration. They will be taken care of. Traditional rulers will also be taken care of to ensure that all security or insecurity across the state, in right inside the villages and communities, will also be tackled as well.
Okay. Thank you. I must say, like the Chief Judge has said, a wonderful manifesto you have here. But
Thank you, sir.
while you presented, I did not ever hear you say anything about women, anything about youths. What is the plan of your government when it comes to women inclusion in governance? The statutory role in governance, and of course, the youth involvement in your cabinet as the governor of Plateau State. What are we expecting to see from your governance on that aspect?
Well, um, earlier I actually summarized my manifesto, but I have almost everything in written here. That most of my targets, as I said earlier, is that the youth, the women, and people living with disability will also be participating in my government. I am going to make use of this category of people to carry out the task, to be involved in decision making, to also give suggestion and bring out ideas. People that have a technical know-how, that have an experience, that also are willing to make sacrifice to ensure that the states move from one level of glory to the other.
Okay. Thank you very much. A wonderful presentation, and we wish you the best of luck. But
Thank
before you
you.
leave, if I were to ask you again, what is your score on the voting? Do you have an idea of where you are on the voting?
Yes, the last time I checked, it was 232.
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
let's add Abel, Patricia.
Okay.
Are you on your camera? We are not seeing you. Okay, you have 10 minutes.
So, Patricia, welcome back again. The last time we were here, the network was a bit fluctuating. So please go straight to your manifesto and let's hear your plans. Thank you.
I think he's having network issue. He's having network issues.
Hello, Patricia. Can you hear us?
She just led the live stream.
Do you have any person on the live stream?
That's the Shire and Chua.
Okay, hold on. We have someone.
Okay.
a jingle or something.
Okay.
Hooray! The next President Show is here again. Are you aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills? Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on the screen. The next President reality TV show, moving politics out of the polite drawing room into the clamor of the streets.
Nomination is ongoing. Contact us at info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or via +234 814 358 2856 or +447 459 513 619. Powered by SRO TV in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Information and
Hooray! The next President Show is here again. Are you aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills? Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on the screen. The next President reality TV show, moving politics out of the polite drawing room into the clamor of the streets.
Nomination is ongoing. Contact us at info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or via +234 814 358 2856 or +447 459 513 619. Powered by SRO TV in partnership.
Hooray! The next President Show is here again. Are you aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills? Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on the screen. The next President reality TV show, moving politics out of the polite drawing room into the clamor of the streets.
Mr. Bernard Bulus, good afternoon. Can you hear us properly, sir?
Yes,
Okay.
I can hear you. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Please, you have 10 minutes. Introduce yourself and take us through your manifesto before we take your questions. You can go on.
Wow. Okay, so my name is Bernard Bulus, and I'm from Kagako local government in the southern part of Kaduna State, northwestern Nigeria. I am a data analyst. I'm a farmer. I'm a youth leader, as well as an entrepreneur. It's been a great opportunity for me. It's a great opportunity for me to be standing in front of you right now. Leadership has always been my thing, and for everyone who knows me will know how passionate I am about leadership and how I intend to avail myself to be the change that we hope to see in the society today. So it's a great opportunity for me to be a part of this whole process to help prepare me for the days to come. All right. So you asked me to take you through the manifesto.
Yes, please.
All right. So the first thing I would do if elected as the governor of Kaduna State is to write the vision and make it plain. So one of the major issues we have as regarding leadership in a country like Nigeria is the vision is not clear. An average Nigerian does not have a footprint to say this is the road we are going by. So when you compare Nigeria to countries like first world countries like America and the United Arab Emirates, an average American on the street, when you ask them, they are all aware of what is known as the American dream. The vision is so clear. In a country like the United Arab Emirates, they know where they want to be. So when elected as the governor of Kaduna State, the first thing I will do is to make the vision so clear that an average person on the street in Kaduna can actually relate and say, this is where we are going to as a people. So this vision will be in collaboration with all critical stakeholders. All critical stakeholders will be a part of this, the crafting of this vision. Technocrats, what have you, will all come together to like, okay, this is where we want to be in the next 10 years. This is where we want to be in the next 20 years. This is where we want to be in the next 30 years. That even after my tenure as the governor, anybody who is coming, because the people have been convinced on where they want to be by my own administration, they can boldly say, okay, the manifesto of this particular leader is not in tandem to where we want to be as a people. So the first thing is to write the vision and to make it plain. Then secondly, what I will pursue as the governor of Kaduna State is, whether we like it or not, or we accept it or not, Kaduna State is divided. And for you to solve a problem of a people, you must first understand what this problem is, and you must admit that this problem first exists in the first place. So in Kaduna State, we've been divided across political line, we've been divided across religious line, we've been divided across tribalistic lines. All right. So you find a typical person from Southern Kaduna does not see himself to be one with someone from Central Kaduna and from zone 1. All right. So the first thing we are going to do, we cannot make progress as a people unless we are united. These 5 fingers cannot throw an effective punch unless we come together as one. So the second thing I would do as a leader is to ensure that the state is one. Why we still keep on battling insecurity in the state is because some persons feel like, okay, today it is not us, so we'll just relax and then we'll watch it happen to the other people, and then gradually it comes to your doorstep. So because of lack of unity, I can assure you that if today we can come together, keep our differences aside, and decide to become one, we will counter all of these issues that is bothering us. So we are going to go about the issue of unity. We would make use of the State Ministry of Information. We'll use the media, and we'll run a lot of campaigns to ensure that we create this awareness of unity amongst the people, and then we can come together, and that is when we can effectively throw a punch and face all of the adversities that are confronting us as a people in Kaduna State. So when I have effectively dealt with these things, if you notice, the first vision is to write the vision and make it plain. Then secondly, focus on the issue of unity. Then thirdly, the major issue we have in Kaduna State is the issue of security. And that is where myself and my team will come into place. This is where we would invest heavily, because the vision is now clear and because the people are now united. It will be easy for us to confront the issue of security, because if we do not confront the issue of security, regardless of any other policies we bring on the table. Hello, can you hear me?
No, we can. Go on, please.
All right. So regardless of all the policies we bring to try to make the state thrive economically or in terms of education, agriculture, or what have you, regardless of all those policies, if the state is not secured, there is nothing. There is no initiative, there's no policy that will bring that would actually thrive. So we would actually invest heavily in security. We'll work on community policing. And as a youth leader, like I said, at my own level, I have contributed my own quota So in southern Kaduna here where I come from, we have a lot of security challenges where we have bandits, we have all of those insurgents disturbing us. So what I was able to do, I came together. I said, okay, let's bring the security down to the community level. So what did I do? I mobilized vigilantes, I mobilized youth leaders, I mobilized community leaders, and then we in partnership with the vigilante and also the Hunters Association, we were able to come together and we were able to map out security architecture that would help us individually, because each of these villages have their own various problems, and we have been able to do that. And by the grace of God, we are able to establish conflict relationship even with the military and other security agencies. And to be very honest, the level of insecurity in these particular regions have reduced. So if I become the governor, we'll go down to the grassroots. All right, we'll go down to community policing and we'll involve the hunters, the vigilante, and all the stakeholders, and to ensure that security is paramount. Because until we can guarantee any investor coming to Kaduna State of security, I don't think anybody will want to invest his resources in Kaduna State. So about the issue of education, we would invest heavily in education. Education is key. Education is paramount. A lot of these things are... Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, so about education, we would invest in education, primary education, secondary education. We'll give us scholarship, we'll give out bursaries. All right. And it said that there's a saying that health is wealth. And if health is wealth, then I, Bernard Kondibulus, I intend to make the people of Kaduna State very wealthy when it comes to health. All right, we are going to invest in our healthcare infrastructure. All right, we'll go down to the grassroots primary health cares in liaison with these local midwives and rest, and we are going to invest heavily and as well as equip these primary health centers with modern amenities to be able to accommodate the challenges that the people will be having in those particular areas. All right. So in Southern Kaduna, in Kaduna State as a whole, in terms of infrastructure development, we have a lot of governments coming in, day out. We have a lot of abandoned projects. What I would do in terms of infrastructure, instead of going to say I want to start building structures from the start, all right, we would focus on completing useful infrastructural projects that have started. Because to be able to effectively manage our finances, and also ensure that these projects are completed and the common man gets the best benefit out of it. In terms of youth empowerment, women empowerment, we're going to load a lot of empowerment programs that's going to accommodate a lot of youth and women cut across the states to ensure that the economy or macroeconomy of the common man is duly upgraded. All right, so these and more, time will not really allow me to do justice to a lot of things right now, but these and more are the things and the plans we have for the good people of Kaduna State. And to be very honest, when I joined this call, I was hoping to just be a spectator, not knowing that it was actually my turn to present. So I was very unprepared for this, but because the vision is burning inside of me, all of these things I just said them offered, and I really hope that as God permits us time, we would in the coming days have a better opportunity to express our vision. And in preparation for these days, I've equipped myself with several skills, all right, leadership skills. Recently I just returned from Kigali from an leadership innovation workshop, just to prepare ourselves for the better days and the days to come. We've been investing consciously and heavily, and we believe that the change we hope to see in the Nigeria is very possible. And I, for one, I am an element of that change, and I believe that in the coming days, Nigeria will be better and Nigeria will be great. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bernard. Thank you for that word. You said health is wealth. And I think there is no serious person who wants to contest for governor in Kaduna State who will not likely tackle the issue of insecurity. But my question to you, as an indigenous of Southern Kaduna, I know despite the effort of the last administration, that's Governor El Rufai, I think he tries to bring all the traditional rulers and try to bring everyone. But despite the presence of the heavy military presence in your state, can you be honest and sincere to us? Who are those people who are failing to make sure that the insecurity in Kaduna State conflict refuse to be resolved? Can you be sincere to us? And if you are sincere to us, I'm not saying you should mention names, but probably a cannibal of people, because if truly the traditional rulers are playing their role, what is stopping these issues of insecurity in Kaduna State? Can you be honest with us, sir?
Yeah, so to be very honest, the issue of insecurity in Southern Kaduna is really wide. And just like you've rightly said, our traditional rulers has failed us. So if you notice from the beginning of my speech, I said we've been divided across various lines. We've been divided across political lines. We've been divided across tribalistic lines, all right, and religious lines. So our traditional rulers have not really been helpful, even though not all of them. We have a lot of them who are very cooperative and all, but some of these things are being excited. All right. And like I said, we've been divided across religious lines. So today, some certain set of people still feel like the insecurity. So even when these corporates are being caught, some people feel like, no, they try to defend some of these issues because they said it's my brother and it's my brother. And like I said, until we are united to see that the common enemy is not the Hausa man, the common enemy is not the Fulani man, the common enemy is not the Koro or the Jaba man, the enemy is insecurity. And regardless of who is involved in this, until we can pin them out, bring them, and decisively deal with them, we will not make progress. And secondly, there's a lot of complacency even in the side from the military. From the security agencies. I don't want to be very specific. Even from the security agencies, there are a lot. You need to come to Southern Kaduna to understand some of these things I'm saying. And because some of these insurgents, you catch them with military-grade weapons, you see them with military apparatus and whatsoever. The kind of ammunition these guys use, you can't find it in the random black market. All right. So to a level, we feel like there is a level, but we thank God for this current administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because even from the appointment of the new chief of defense staff that is coming from Southern Kaduna, and anybody who knows Southern Kaduna, and now he would attest to the fact that there has been great improvement. And this is because they have changed certain approaches on how to deal with some of these criminal elements. And we can see some results already.
Okay, I think he's having network issues. Network is bad. Okay, Patricia, can you introduce yourself? Maybe when he comes back. Hello, Patricia. Can you introduce yourself?
Play jingle to have back again.
Well, you have to, I think, talk to that Patricia. It seems she doesn't hear what we're saying here. Maybe you should check her mic.
I just play jingle first.
Hooray! The next President Show is here again. Are you aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills? Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on the screen. The Next President reality TV show, moving politics out of the polite drawing room into the clamor of the streets.
Nomination is ongoing. Contact us at info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or via +234 814 358 2856 or +447 459 513.
Hooray! The next President Show is here again. Are you aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills? Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on the screen. The next President reality TV show, moving politics out of the polite drawing room into the clamor of the streets.
Nomination is ongoing. Contact us at info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or via.
So, welcome back, Bernard. Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry for
Okay,
the
fine.
breakdown.
We've looked at your portfolio and, of course, your manifesto. I want to admit, very, very nice vision, unity, security, education, healthcare, security, everything. You tried as you could, within a short while to carry us along. And personally, I'm impressed with your manifesto. But however, I just have a question for you. You see, government will not work without the right people. And having the right people means there has to be check and balance within your own system. So how do you plan, as the governor of Kaduna State, to bring in check and balance within your own cabinet to avoid the excessiveness of public officials that we have seen in the past who use hurtful words to incite the public, or who loot public funds, or those that don't even remember their responsibilities after appointment? What is your plan as a governor to bring check and balance into the system?
Okay, so first and foremost, whatsoever you're going to do tomorrow, we will have to first see what you're doing today. And like I said, I'm a youth leader, and as a youth leader, we have done a lot of programs that has given us the opportunity to work hand in hand with different people and different teams. All right, and because of in the process of doing that, there are certain people you have worked with and you are certified. All right, and aside the certification, there is the recommendation, and the result shows like it shows, it precedes them. All right, so my team will be carefully handpicked. All right, we're not just going to go to the streets, or because yes, we understand the place of party loyalty and what have you, but when you talk about strategic offices and where the work needs to be done properly, you do not just expect to just go and pick somebody because he's loyal to a political party or something. No, we're going to deal more with technocrats, because why? We're in a situation right now in Kaduna State where we need all the best hands we can get, and we cannot compromise that, because compromising that would evidently speak failure. All right, and because of that, we would organize periodically, quarterly, on a quarterly basis, what we refer to as our town hall sessions. All right, these town hall sessions, every political appointee, this town hall session will be held across every local government of the state, and every political appointee would be sent back to his local government. We have seen situation of government officials that is only in the state headquarters that they are known. They don't even know them in their village, because or they cannot even step into their village because of their bad records. But we are going to be organizing town hall meetings periodically on a quarterly basis or twice in a year, where every political appointee would go back to his local government to go and host that particular town hall. So what do we do in this town hall? In this town hall meeting, this is where we as the government, we are going to explain to the grassroots what our policies, what our reforms, what have we been doing so far, how far have we gone, where are we going to? All right, this is the place where you would share ideas with them. This is the place where you get feedback from these people. So even from that, the first time you know that this one is not even performing or is not even in sync with the people is the situation where we have a situation where people, even during elections, government officials will tell you they cannot go to their village. Why? Because they have failed. All right. So this is how we would use, and aside that, we are going to use internal mechanism to audit, to check, to be sure of what everybody is doing, to be sure that everybody knows the vision and everybody is working in accordance to this vision. At our own state executive council meeting, we will be weighing to check to see the progress. What have you been doing on a time-to-time basis? Unfortunately, some of the leaders we've had, these are leaders that, unfortunately, they just bring anything for them to sign and they sign because they don't even know what is going on. But we are going to be directly involved with every step that is being taken in every ministry. You have to give us breakdown on what it is you are doing, how far it is you are doing, and then also, like I said, the town hall meeting where the people from your locality would also testify. So the moment I ask you as the governor, you as the commissioner, to go and host a town hall meeting for me, and they're already stoning your village, it already shows your level of incompetence. All right. So this and more and other things that time would really fail us to elaborate.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bernard. I must confess you did very well. Definitely, we wish you the best, and please continue in this vision you have. And I pray that the Almighty God will guide you and the Kaduna State people. So all the best, and hope to see you in the house.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we still have a Patricia here. I don't know. Let's try and see if we can hear her.
Let's try it again. Is she in the studio?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Patricia, can you hear us now? We've been having issues with your network so far, but I don't know if you can hear us. If you can, please say something back to us. Thank you. Okay, well, if you can hear us, we are not hearing you, so I think it's better we move yours to tomorrow. We'll be having another round of presentations tomorrow, so that you can have a better time to get somewhere better for network and probably be more prepared. And I think this is a good place to call it a wrap. And the stage we have today, then we'll continue tomorrow.
Hooray! The next President Show is here again. Are you aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills? Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on